Hi, this is Bob Tarcio with Broadcast Devices, and we are here in Las Vegas at NAB 2024. And we want to talk a little bit about some of our products, some of things that are coming back to the show, and some new stuff. So let's get started. We'll talk about first our DPS 100D series RMS power meter that is suitable for FM and television use, and also can be used for land mobile and just about any application where you want to measure RF. Next on the list here is a couple of new items for this year. We have this device here, which is our RLY 120 here, that is 12 relays on a PC board that can be programmed either individually so that you can do individual closures, or it could be set up in what's called a T-bar arrangement, where one closure will close all 12 at the same time. Really handy for interlocks and things like that at an antenna farm. Over here we have a low voltage to high voltage motorized switch interface. A lot of the older switches that are still in use had 120 volt AC control and status, so what we developed was this interface that will interface directly with our motorized switch controller, but just about any other one that's on the market. And we have a direct plug-in interface to our SWP series motorized switch controller, and this particular unit here is the SWP 300, which is also a remote control in addition to being a motorized switch controller. Next down here is a new product for this year is our interlock consolidation panel. This is the ICP 800, and we designed this specifically for master antenna use so that you can gather all of your interlock closures from various things, motorized switches, patch panels, individual power meters, that kind of thing, all in one place, and then generate one closure for each station, and that's what you have right here. This is the interlock that would go off to each one of the stations. So this is an 8-channel panel. It also doubles as an RF safety panel. If it's connected to our DPS 100D series power meter, we have a closure that lets you know that there's RF going through the directional coupler. So that if the red light is on, right now it's in the test mode, these are test switches to let you know that both LEDs are operational. But if there's RF present, the red light will be on. If it's safe, the green light will be on, the red light would be extinguished. And that's really handy at antenna sites where you might have a tower crew that needs to verify what's on and what's off. They can look at this panel here and know exactly where they can climb on a tower. Okay, so next is our GPM 300 series. It's in our audio toolbox series. This is an 8x8 router. We've been making this one for some time. This will handle analog or digital inputs depending on configuration. We make many different configurations of this product, so you have to look at the model number index that's on our webpage to find out the one that's the most suitable for you. And then brand new for this year is a new 16-channel by 1 passive audio switcher. And this can be also set up as a stereo switcher. You would have 8x2 or 16 by 1. Serial interface, RS-232, and there's an optional local area network interface for this as well. Everything that has a local area network interface, from the power meters, the motorized switch controllers, our audio switchers, and this new PAS 216 audio switcher, are Ethernet capable and SNMP capable. And we also added a couple of different features to this switcher. Really quickly, we'll show you one of them. This can be set up to interface directly with the Sage or DASDEC NDEC controller so that you can have a direct command, serial command, from when you want to do an EAS test, and it'll switch to a channel that is designated for EAS. So we'll demonstrate the EAS interface for the PAS 216. This is a serial interface to the Sage NDEC. When you push the button to run the test, it'll switch over to the channel that's designated for EAS, and at the conclusion of the test, it'll revert back to the channel that it was on before the test started. And I think it's just finishing up, and there you go. Now the advantage of this is most of the switchers that you find that are can be directly interfaced to the Sage or the DASDEC interface is for only 3 or 4 stations. You can do up to 16 if you wanted to, mono, or 8 stereo. So you have more channels that you can switch between. By the way, we make a version of that product for the interface for the GPM 300 as well. So you have your choice depending on how many channels you need. So that's what we brought to the show, and we hope that everyone that comes to the show is having a good time here and is getting good information about everything, and we hope to see you here next year. Thanks.